in traditional, like old style psychotherapy, the power of forgiveness and intention and the ability to stay present is one of the defining attributes of someone being able to move past trauma, and that can be really powerful. So for example, World War I, they had found that a lot of men had come out with an incredible hatred of the quote unquote other side, right? And a lot of shell-shocked folks that were really, really messed up physically, through forgiveness and being able to forgive who they believed was the enemy. Many, many men, especially at that time, were able to heal their post-traumatic stress disorder. This happened in World War II as well. And so this is a measurable thing that we can see from the worst of the worst situations, which is always war. And then, of course, watching now, a lot of different women have been targeted during wartime, especially in Africa. And those women coming out of that and coming together as communities, not only to rebuild their lives, but to fully forgive and step into forgiveness. I want to give an example. Rwanda is a great example. When it was mainly the men who were killing the people, and two tribes had clashed, and then it just exploded, and they killed like over nearly 1 million people over a few days. It was an incredible bloodbath. And what was left was all these children who had no parents and all these women. And the women, they came together and they said, two different sides of a tribe that had hated one another for ages came together and said, we forgive each other. We forgive all past wrongs. Now let us focus on making sure the children are okay. All the children got adopted it didn't matter what tribe anymore. They got adopted, whoever they were. They were adopted by all these different women. All the women raised the children. They built their entire society back up from the ground up. And they have fully rebuilt their entire government, and all of their businesses are thriving. They have really great businesses now that are in harmony with the earth. They've completely changed the face of their country. Most of the parliament of Rwanda is female. And so through forgiveness, they were able to rebuild their entire culture there. And this is a really big, important step too for women, because if the masculine is in such a state of suffering, a lot of us end up having to pick up the pieces, but we need to also encourage our men through forgiveness to step up to the plate again and come into equanimity with us, so the balance of power can be restored, and then we can rebuild this earth from the bottom up. So Rwanda is a perfect example of how forgiveness can actually completely change the face of an entire society from the bottom up.